Beneath the shimmering surface of our planet's waters lies a world of extraordinary wonder and mystery. It is a realm teeming with life, a silent kingdom ruled by some of the most ancient and diverse creatures on Earth, the fishes. For millennia, they have navigated the currents, explored the darkest depths, and filled every aquatic niche imaginable. They are a vital part of our world, not just as a source of food, but as architects of the underwater ecosystems that help keep our planet healthy. To understand them is to understand the very pulse of the oceans, rivers, and lakes that cover so much of our globe. Their story is a tale of survival, adaptation, and breathtaking beauty. We often look up to the skies in search of marvels, yet an entire universe of life exists right here, just below the waterline. This world is home to creatures that glitter like jewels, giants that dwarf a human, and masters of camouflage that can vanish in the blink of an eye. Fish were here long before the dinosaurs, and they have evolved into an astonishing array of forms. They have conquered the freezing waters of the poles and the warm, sunlit shallows of the tropics. Their lives are a constant dance of finding food, avoiding predators, and carrying on their lineage, a drama that unfolds every second in the vast, watery theatre of our planet. The importance of fish extends far beyond their immediate environment. They are a critical link in the food chain, supporting countless other species, from seabirds to bears to human beings. Their activities, such as grazing on algae or stirring up sediment, shape their habitats in profound ways, maintaining the delicate balance of life. When we peer into a rock pool or gaze out over the open ocean, we are looking at the edge of this immense and complex society. It is a society that has its own rules, its own dramas, and its own incredible stories, many of which are only just beginning to be understood by us. Therefore, to journey into the secret life of fishes is to embark on an adventure of discovery. It is a chance to meet the bizarre and the beautiful, the tiny and the tremendous. We will explore their homes, from the sun-drenched coral gardens to the crushing, inky blackness of the abyss. We will learn about their ingenious strategies for survival and the remarkable ways they bring new life into the world. This is not just a story about animals. It is a story about the health of our planet and our connection to the vast, vital, and truly magical world that fish call home. The great oceans cover more than 2/3 of our planet's surface, and they are the largest habitat for life on Earth. This immense, salty world is where the story of fish began, and it is here that we find the greatest variety of them. From the sunlit shallows to the deepest, darkest trenches, the ocean offers a staggering range of environments. Each zone presents its own unique challenges and opportunities, and fish have adapted in remarkable ways to thrive in all of them. The warm, clear waters of the coral reefs, for example, are like bustling cities, packed with thousands of different species, each with its own role to play in the community. In the sunlit zone near the surface, life is abundant. Sunlight allows tiny plants called phytoplankton to grow, forming the base of a vast food web. Here we find massive schools of sardines and herring, moving as one shimmering entity to confuse predators. We also find the ocean's great travelers, like the tuna, with their sleek, powerful bodies built for speed and endurance, chasing their prey across entire ocean basins. This surface world is a place of constant motion and energy, a dynamic battleground where life is fueled directly by the power of the sun, creating a rich tapestry of hunters and the hunted. As we descend deeper, the world changes dramatically. Sunlight fades, the temperature drops, and the pressure increases relentlessly. Here, in the twilight zone, fish have developed extraordinary adaptations. Many create their own light through a process called bioluminescence, using it to attract mates, lure prey, or startle predators in the gloom. Creatures like the lanternfish carry their own luminous beacons, dotting the darkness with tiny, moving stars. This is a world of strange shapes and ghostly forms, a place where the rules of the sunlit world no longer apply, and survival depends on ingenuity and stealth. Finally, in the abyss, the deepest part of the ocean, the conditions are extreme. It is a world of crushing pressure, near freezing temperatures, and absolute darkness. Yet even here, life persists. The fish that live in these depths are some of the most bizarre on the planet. The anglerfish, with its famous glowing lure, dangles a trap to attract unsuspecting prey in the pitch black. Many deep-sea fish have huge mouths and expandable stomachs, allowing them to swallow any meal that comes their way, no matter how large, as food is incredibly scarce in this remote and hostile frontier of life. Away from the vastness of the saltwater oceans, another world of water exists, woven across the continents in the form of rivers and lakes. These freshwater habitats, though they hold only a tiny fraction of the planet's water, are incredibly rich in life. Rivers are dynamic systems, constantly moving and shaping the land. They can be slow and meandering, or fast and turbulent. Fish that live in fast-flowing mountain streams, like the trout, have streamlined, muscular bodies that allow them to hold their position against the powerful current, darting out to catch insects that fall onto the water's surface. Lakes, on the other hand, are like freshwater islands, each with its own unique community of life. Some of the world's Great Lakes are so large they create their own weather patterns and contain species found nowhere else on Earth. In the Great Rift Valley of Africa, for instance, lakes like Tanganyika and Malawi are home to hundreds of species of cichlid fish. These fish have evolved into an incredible variety of shapes, colors, and behaviors, each adapted to a specific way of life, from scraping algae off rocks to preying on other fish, all within the confines of a single body of water. The character of a river changes along its course, from its source in the mountains to its mouth at the sea, and the fish life changes with it. In the upper reaches, the water is cold, clear, and rich in oxygen, favoring active predators. As the river widens and slows down in the lowlands, the water becomes warmer and murkier. Here, fish like the carp and catfish thrive. They use sensitive barbels or whiskers around their mouths to feel and taste for food in the muddy bottom, relying less on sight and more on touch and smell in the cloudy water. Life in these freshwater sanctuaries is intimately connected to the land around them. Falling leaves and insects from overhanging trees provide food, while submerged roots and fallen logs offer shelter from predators and strong currents. The annual flooding of great rivers like the Amazon creates a vast, temporary water world, the flooded forest. Fish swim among the trees, feeding on fruits and seeds that drop into the water, playing a crucial role in dispersing seeds for the trees. This intricate relationship between land and water highlights the delicate balance that sustains life in our planet's precious freshwater ecosystems. The world of fish is one of almost unbelievable diversity, a testament to millions of years of evolution. There are over 33,000 known species of fish, more than all other vertebrate groups combined, and new ones are being discovered all the time. They come in every imaginable size, from the tiny Pedocypris, a fish from the swamps of Sumatra that is no bigger than a grain of rice, to the colossal whale shark, the largest fish in the sea, which can grow to be as long as a bus. This incredible range in size allows fish to occupy nearly every aquatic habitat and ecological role available. Their shapes are just as varied, each one a perfect solution to the challenges of its environment. The flattened bodies of flounders and rays allow them to lie concealed on the seabed, while the long, slender shape of an eel enables it to navigate tight crevices in a reef. The boxfish has a rigid, bony armor for protection, moving slowly but safely, whereas the sailfish is a marvel of hydrodynamic engineering, its streamlined body and powerful tail making it one of the fastest creatures in the ocean. These forms are not accidental. They are masterfully sculpted by the pressures of survival. Social behavior among fish is also incredibly diverse. Many species, like the formidable great white shark, lead solitary lives, coming together only briefly to mate. They are lone hunters, relying on their own strength and senses to find food and navigate their vast territories. At the other end of the spectrum are the schooling fish, such as tuna and anchovies. They swim in huge, coordinated groups, sometimes numbering in the millions. This collective movement provides safety in numbers, confusing predators, and making it difficult for one to be singled out, a beautiful and effective strategy for survival in the open ocean. This variety extends to every aspect of their being, from their dazzling colors to their unique methods of communication. The parrotfish uses its beak-like mouth to scrape algae from coral, while the archerfish shoots jets of water to knock insects from overhanging leaves. Some fish can change color to match their surroundings or to signal their mood to others. This endless parade of forms and behaviors is what makes the world of fishes so endlessly fascinating. It is a living library of evolutionary solutions, a vibrant and dynamic collection of life that continues to adapt and change. In the vast underwater world, the quest for food is a constant, driving force that shapes the lives and behaviors of all fish. The menu, well, it's incredibly varied, and different species have evolved a remarkable array of tools and strategies to find their next meal. Many fish are herbivores, grazing on the plant life of their aquatic homes. In coral reefs, species like the parrotfish and surgeonfish play a crucial role as gardeners. They use their specialized mouths to scrape algae from the surface of the coral, which keeps the algae from overgrowing and smothering the delicate coral polyps, thereby helping to maintain the health of the entire reef ecosystem. On the other end of the spectrum are the carnivores, the hunters of the fish world. These predators have developed a wide range of tactics. Some, like the barracuda, are ambush predators. They rely on explosive bursts of speed, lurking patiently until an unsuspecting smaller fish swims by, then striking in a flash of silver. Others are pursuit predators, like the magnificent tuna, whose powerful, streamlined bodies are built for chasing down fast-moving prey over long distances in the open ocean. Their entire anatomy is a testament to the evolutionary arms race between predator and prey. Many fish are omnivores, eating a combination of plants and animals, adapting their diet to whatever is available. The common carp, for instance, will sift through the muddy bottom of a lake or river, consuming everything from aquatic plants and insects to small crustaceans and waste. This flexible approach to feeding allows them to thrive in a wide variety of environments. There are also specialists with very particular diets. The cleaner wrasse, for example, sets up a cleaning station on a reef, where larger fish come to have parasites and dead skin picked from their bodies, a wonderful example of cooperation between species. Finding food is only half the battle, consuming it is the other. Fish have evolved an incredible variety of mouths and teeth suited to their specific diets. The piranha has razor-sharp, interlocking teeth designed for shearing flesh. The catfish uses its wide, suction-like mouth to slurp up food from the bottom. Perhaps most remarkably, many fish have a second set of jaws in their throat, called pharyngeal jaws. When a moray eel catches a fish, it first bites down with its main jaws, then launches its pharyngeal jaws forward to grab the prey and pull it down its throat. A truly astonishing mechanism for ensuring a meal does not escape. In the underwater world, danger is a constant companion. For every hunter, there are many more potential prey, and survival often depends on having an effective way to avoid being eaten. One of the most common and effective defense strategies is camouflage. Many fish have developed colors and patterns that allow them to blend in seamlessly with their surroundings. The stonefish, one of the most venomous fish in the world, looks exactly like a rock on the seafloor, making it nearly invisible to both its prey and its potential predators. Similarly, the flat body and mottled skin of a flounder allow it to disappear completely against a sandy or pebbly bottom. Another powerful defense is the principle of safety in numbers. Small fish like sardines, herring, and anchovies form massive groups called schools or shoals. When a predator like a dolphin or a tuna attacks, the school moves as one, creating a confusing, shimmering mass of bodies. This makes it incredibly difficult for the predator to focus on and catch a single individual. The swirling, synchronized movements of a bait ball are one of the most dramatic spectacles in the ocean, a beautiful and life-saving dance where the survival of the group is paramount. Some fish have developed physical armor and weapons for protection. The pufferfish has a truly remarkable defense mechanism. When threatened, it can rapidly gulp water, inflating its body into a large, spiky ball that is very difficult for a predator to swallow. Many pufferfish also contain a powerful neurotoxin, making them a deadly meal for any predator that manages to bite them. Other fish, like the porcupine fish, are covered in sharp spines that stand erect when they inflate, presenting a formidable and painful challenge to would-be attackers. Finally, many fish rely on sheer speed and agility to escape from danger. The flying fish has evolved a truly extraordinary method of escape. When chased by a predator like a tuna or a dolphin, it swims rapidly towards the surface and launches itself out of the water. By spreading its large wing-like pectoral fins, it can glide through the air for remarkable distances, sometimes hundreds of feet, leaving its baffled pursuer behind in the water. This incredible adaptation shows the great lengths to which life will go to survive in the relentless game of eat or be eaten. The journey of a fish from a tiny, vulnerable egg to a full-grown adult is one of the most perilous and miraculous cycles in the natural world. For most fish species, life begins as an egg. The strategy for laying these eggs varies enormously. Some fish, like the cod, are broadcast spawners. The female releases millions of eggs into the open water, and the male releases his milk to fertilize them. These eggs then drift with the currents as part of the plankton. The sheer number of eggs is a strategy to ensure that, despite overwhelming odds and countless predators, at least a few will survive to adulthood. Other fish provide a greater degree of care for their offspring. Many species of cichlid fish, for example, are mouth brooders. After the eggs are fertilized, the female, or sometimes the male, will scoop them up into their mouth. They will hold the eggs there, foregoing food themselves, until the eggs hatch, and the young fish, known as fry, are large enough to fend for themselves. Even after they're released, the fry will often rush back into the safety of their parents' mouth at the first sign of danger, a remarkable display of parental devotion in the fish world. Once hatched, the young fish, or larvae, are often very different from their adult forms. They are typically tiny, transparent, and must fend for themselves immediately. This larval stage is a time of immense danger. They are prey for almost everything, from other fish to tiny invertebrates. They drift in the water column, feeding on microscopic plankton, and must survive this vulnerable period to continue their development. As they grow, they begin to develop the features of their adult form, such as fins, scales, and coloration, a process known as metamorphosis. The final stage is the transition from a juvenile to a mature adult, capable of reproduction and starting the cycle anew. The time this takes can range from a few months for small, short-lived species to many decades for long-lived giants like the Greenland shark. Some fish, like the salmon, undertake epic migrations to reproduce. They hatch in freshwater rivers, migrate to the ocean to grow into adults, and then make the arduous journey back to the very same river where they were born to spawn, a heroic and often fatal final act that ensures the continuation of their species. The world of fish is filled with countless strange and wonderful truths that often seem more like science fiction than reality. For instance, not all fish are cold-blooded. The opa, or moonfish, is the first fish discovered to be fully warm-blooded. It generates heat by constantly flapping its pectoral fins and has a special network of blood vessels that circulates this warm blood throughout its entire body. This allows it to stay active in the cold, deep waters of the ocean, giving it a significant advantage over its cold-blooded prey and competitors, making it a more efficient hunter. Some fish have abilities that seem to defy the laws of nature. The lungfish is a truly ancient creature that can breathe air. During dry seasons, when its river or lake habitat dries up, it can burrow into the mud, secrete a mucus cocoon around itself, and enter a state of suspended animation. It can survive like this for months or even years, breathing air through a small opening, until the rains return and it can emerge back into its watery world. This incredible adaptation allows it to live in environments where other fish would perish. The ways in which fish perceive their world are also remarkable. While we think of sharks as having a powerful sense of smell, They also possess an incredible sixth sense. They have special organs called the ampullae of Lorenzini, which are small pores on their snouts that can detect the faint electrical fields generated by the muscle contractions of other living animals. This allows them to find prey that is completely hidden from view, buried under the sand or camouflaged in a reef. They can literally sense the heartbeat of their next meal. Perhaps one of the most surprising facts is that some fish can change their sex. The clownfish, famous for its home in sea anemones, lives in a strict social hierarchy with one dominant female, one breeding male, and several non-breeding males. If the dominant female dies, the breeding male will change his sex and become the new female. The largest of the non-breeding males will then mature and become the new breeding male. This remarkable ability ensures that the breeding group can continue to produce offspring, a clever solution to the challenges of finding a mate. Our journey through the secret life of fishes has revealed a world of immense beauty, astonishing diversity, and ingenious adaptation. From the sunlit coral cities to the inky abyss, fish have conquered every corner of the aquatic realm. They are not simply creatures that swim in the water, they are the lifeblood of our planet's rivers, lakes, and oceans. They maintain the health of coral reefs. They are a vital link in the food web, and they are an indicator of the overall health of our blue planet. Their survival is inextricably linked to our own, and their future is in our hands. Unfortunately, these incredible creatures and their habitats face unprecedented threats. Pollution from plastics, chemicals, and oil spills contaminates the water, harming fish directly and destroying the delicate ecosystems they depend on. Overfishing has pushed many species, including a number of tuna and shark populations, to the brink of collapse, disrupting the delicate balance of marine food webs. The destruction of habitats, such as mangrove forests and coral reefs, leaves countless species without the shelter and breeding grounds they need to survive, creating a crisis for aquatic life worldwide. Rising ocean temperatures and acidification, driven by climate change, present a global threat. Warmer waters can cause coral bleaching, turning vibrant reefs into desolate graveyards and eliminating the homes of thousands of fish species. Changes in water chemistry make it harder for fish and other marine creatures to build their skeletons and shells. These global changes are altering the fundamental conditions for life in the ocean, pushing many species beyond their ability to adapt and survive in a rapidly changing world. However, there is still hope. By working together, we can protect these vital ecosystems. Creating large marine protected areas where fishing is banned can allow fish populations to recover and habitats to heal. Reducing our use of single-use plastics and ensuring that waste is properly managed can stop the flow of pollution into our waterways. Making sustainable seafood choices helps to combat overfishing. By learning about the secret life of fishes and understanding their importance, we can be inspired to act. We have a shared responsibility to be guardians of our blue planet, to ensure that its silent, wonderful world continues to thrive for generations to come.